This right here is one of the best supplements that you can take, and it's the very reason I recommend it to almost every woman that I coach. It's going to help with your joint health, your brain health, your skin health, also your metabolic health as well. And this is Omega-3. Now you might be thinking, I take Omega-3 and I don't reap all of these benefits. What's this guy talking about? I'm going to explain to you where you might be going wrong with your Omega-3s. So make sure you actually stick around for this video, and also like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now when it comes to Omega-3 fish oil, it's not just fish oil. What actually matters is the EPA and DHA content. That is the subtypes of Omega-3 that you get within the Omega-3. So you have the Omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acid, then you get different types of fatty acids in the actual Omega-3. And this is EPA and DHA, that's the most important ones. Don't worry about ALA, that's a plant-based Omega-3, which is very weakly converted into EPA and DHA. Now when you get your Omega-3 sup, it's gonna say 1,000 milligrams of fish oil, but you want the actual content to be at least 500 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA. There's some brands that will do a very low amount, but they'll say 1,000 milligrams of fish oil. This is absolutely amazing. And then you look at this like, wow, so cheap. And 1,000 milligrams, no. It's not the fish oil itself that's important, it's the actual EPA and DHA. So you want at least 500 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA. If it's like 300, don't bother. Just make sure there's at least 500. This is very concentrated. This is 750 milligrams out of the 1,000 milligrams that I'm having of fish oil, which is absolutely amazing. And combined together, you want to have at least 1 gram of EPA and DHA. So if you have a capsule that has 750 milligrams, that means I should be taking at least 2 capsules of Omega-3 fish oil. Now, based on what health organizations say, the minimum amount of combined EPA and DHA will be 500 milligrams. Some might say less, but I would say just play it safe. Go for 500 milligrams of EPA and DHA, which means this containing 750 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA is absolutely amazing. That means it's very concentrated. For the 1,000 milligrams of fish oil, I'm having 750, which is crazy. The brands that you have now, you might have to take 3 or 4 capsules if it has a very low concentration of EPA and DHA in the fish oil. That's just very tedious. It's better to just get a high quality supplement which will have higher concentrations of both EPA and DHA. I'm gonna say that probably 1,000 times in this video. 1,000 times for 1,000 milligrams of fish oil. Now, when it comes to the actual ratio between EPA and DHA, you want it to be 2 to 1. And good brands will know this, and they'll make sure the ratio is 2 to 1, because EPA works as an anti-inflammatory. So if you're able to increase the amount of anti-inflammatories and reduce your pro-inflammatories in your body won't be in a state of being chronically inflamed. It's not going to be a serious amount of inflammation, but if this balance is thrown off, your body will still be inflamed. So you want to make sure the ratio is 2 to 1. This one particularly has 500 milligrams of EPA and 250 milligrams of DHA, which is absolutely brilliant. Now, if you're someone who has PCOS, you're either peri or menopausal, you're dealing with fatigue a lot, you're depressed, you're dealing with a lot of mood changes, you have metabolic syndrome, diabetes, insulin resistance, making sure having enough Omega-3s can in fact help, because we're going to be reducing these pro-inflammatory markers like interleukin 6, CRP, also TNF alpha, which you'll be producing a lot of when you have these conditions or you're gaining a lot of fat. The thing about fat cells is they get to a point where they're producing a lot of pro-inflammatories, and this can make your body chronically inflamed. It's not going to be a severe amount of inflammation, but your body will still be in a state of inflammation a lot of the time. Now, this is why anyone with PCOS or problems with their metabolic health, whether they're diabetic, they have metabolic syndrome, or they're just going through perimenopause or they're menopausal, they can actually reap the benefits of just taking Omega-3, because it will improve their insulin sensitivity. Next, you want to make sure that your Omega-3 is third-party tested. Because fish oils come from fish, you want to watch out for the mercury and heavy metals that can come with that. And this is what these third-party testers will look for. They'll look for how much mercury and heavy metals are in the fish, how much PCBs are in there. They're going to look for oxidized fats, things like this, things that can trigger inflammation, because the last thing you want is getting Omega-3s to help inflammation just to find out your Omega-3 is actually causing more inflammation. So you don't want that. Make sure you're actually getting high quality omega-3s. Another thing is you want to make sure that the actual omega-3 is enteric coated, and you also want to make sure that the actual packaging is not allowing any light in, so the oil cannot oxidize. When the oil oxidizes, that's what causes that rancid smell, you know, the fish smell when you're burping, fishy smells which are smelling, causing more smells. That's what you don't want, yeah? So when you're having your fish oil, just make sure you keep this into account, and also store your fish oil somewhere where it's not gonna be close to the light. Don't just store it near your window, because it's gonna allow a lot of light through. It's gonna heat up the oil as well, and you don't want that. But yeah, that's it. When you're taking omega-3s, these are the type of things you need to take into account. Now, in terms of the benefits, the reason why that I recommend it to basically all the women I train is just the vast benefits that omega-3 provides. It's gonna increase the amount of anti-inflammatories compared to pro-inflammatories. It's gonna help with insulin resistance, it's gonna help with your skin health, because it actually contributes to the cell membrane, so the actual barrier for your skin. So it's gonna help with elasticity, hydration, things like that. It's also gonna help with hormonal health. I know you hear a lot of people talk about balancing hormones and hormone health a lot, but they don't actually tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. It's basically just because it helps regulate prostaglandins, and that's gonna be causing your period pains, your bloating, breast tenderness, things like this. So if you're having more omega-3s, at least it's gonna help reduce that. I'm not gonna say it's gonna completely take away your period pains and deal with PMS completely, because that's gonna be something that requires a holistic approach, more or less. But in conjunction with other things that you're doing to optimize your health, it definitely will help. With PCOS women, it's gonna help with hypersecretion of androgens, but like I said, this will also require a holistic approach to actually managing these symptoms. You can't just take omega-3 and expect it to work like magic. No, when you're doing these things in conjunction with other things that you're doing to optimize your health, then this is what's actually gonna help you manage your PCOS symptoms, managing any PMS symptoms, things like this, any symptoms that you're getting from perimenopause or menopause, and this is how you actually approach your health. Omega-3 is also help with your joint health. It's gonna help create lubrication between your joints so they move more smoothly. So if you have rheumatoid arthritis, I've actually seen studies where it's shown improvements, also osteoarthritis as well. However, these are things you have to try yourself and also consult your doctor with if you're gonna take this supplement. Also with your brain, omega-3s will help because it contributes to the fatty acid makeup of your cell membrane in your nerves. So this is gonna help with your mood, clarity, cognitive function, things like this. Also, it's going to help with actually improving your metabolic health because of the things that I've talked about. When you reduce inflammation, you're also improving physiological functions which inflammation can impede on. So if you can reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, you're going to improve your recovery. You're going to allow yourself to build more muscle. When you're actually improving your recovery, it's going to allow you to lose weight a whole lot easier. It's also going to contribute to your mitochondrial function as well. So metabolically, you're just gonna be healthier and your body's gonna be more efficient with actually using energy and taking in nutrients. So that's omega-3s for you, a super supplement this is indeed. So make sure you're actually taking all of this into account when you're actually purchasing it. Now if you're a woman over 40 and you like this video and you'd want further help on actually optimizing your health and fitness, just make sure you shout me on Instagram at sphysique or just shoot me an email and that's completely fine. I appreciate you for watching this video. Love, peace.